Yes, we can see the blue one.
Right. Hello, everyone. This is Gaurav Kalra from Mohali, India. I welcome all my friends from across Asia to the virtual training of trainers, international training on peer model by the Colombo Plan, a drug advisory program. So before I proceed further, let me just quickly break the ice. I want to ask a quick question from all of you. And please, everybody, type your answers in the chat box. Who or what was the reason for the last time you felt really stressed? Everyone understands the question? Please write the answers in the chat box. Who was the person or what was the thing that really caused you a lot of stress the last time? Okay. And you need to write the answer in the chat box. Okay. Time starts now. Everybody, please write your answer as to what was that thing or the person, who was the person that caused you a lot of stress the most recent time.
Hello.
Okay, we have answers now. We have a lot of answers coming. Great. Right. Thank you, everyone. So I think we had very little time to do this exercise. Moving further. I just want to stress on the fact that stress doesn't come from your boss, your kids, your graduation school, your breakup, your spouse, your traffic jams, any health challenges or circumstances that are external. Stress is internal. It comes from your own thoughts about your circumstances. So it's not something that happens to us. It is actually a response to what happens to us. And this response is something we can choose. So if graduation sucks, we can do something about it. We can think about it in a positive way. If breakup is causing us trouble, we can think of it as probably something that was best for us. Just to highlight the fact that stress is not external. It's what we do with the situations that we are faced with. Stress can also be a powerful driving force. It's not an obstacle. That's also a very good thought. I read it online somewhere that stress can act like an accelerator. It can push you forward instead of pushing you backward, depending upon how you choose to see this situation. What's your perspective upon that situation? Right? Now, stress and the need for self-care is the core of what I'm going to talk about today. So starting with the first thing, we need to nip the evil in the bud, right? We need to stress the stress. We need to treat it at the source of it. It's like illness that we need to treat. It's not like we can let the one finger affect all the other fingers of the hand. So we need, if we are not able to take care of ourselves, we need to take special care of ourselves. If we are uncertain about the future, we need to ensure that we are doing the right things today. We need to ensure wellness today. If there are any financial obligations, then maybe having a cigarette or drinking alcohol is not going to help those financial obligations. So avoid negative coping mechanisms. If your children are having trouble at school, then try to strengthen your home environment. So almost all reasons of stress have a very easy solution. It's just how we need to look at things. And the immediate solution is there. You just need to make the right choices. On the road to burnout, there are certain things that we need to keep in mind. These are just symptoms. If every day is a bad day for you, you're on the road to burnout. If any of these symptoms you feel are a part of your life or have started affecting you in such a way, then probably you are on the road to burnout. And burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. So if stress is the problem, burnout is the symptom. So it's just a symptom. And here's a formula: too many demands plus high expectations plus not any of the domains, whether it's work, whether it's personal front, if it's graduation, then school, if it's relationship, then the breakup factor. So when we are not taking care of our own selves due to the high expectations of others or too many demands, that's probably a symptom of a burnout. And the best way to take care of burnout and stress is self-care, because self-care is how you change the tires. You change the tires of your car when they are burnt out. So that is how you get your power back. Now, self-care is essential as a recovery support professional. Why? Because the lack of self-care on your mental health, physical health, and environmental health. You feel hopeless, and you feel less tasks. On the physical front, you have low energy, increased headaches, or maybe stomach aches, or other related physical problems. You have change in sleep patterns. You're either sleeping too much or not sleeping at all, or not at the right times. Your eating habits are affected. You start eating junk food, even though you know that it's causing you trouble, which is not in line with the goals of recovery. Environmental damaged relationships, reduced performance at work, less motivation to engage in any of the social activities, maybe your family as well. So how well you are managing your stress in life are causing you stress, practice deep breathing, but there's more to it. It's not just about these 6 things. So you need to customize your stress management plan, right? So how you're managing stress, what are the strategies you're using? Now, I quickly want all of you to type in the chat box any one strategy for your individual problem that you have just mentioned in the past. And you just, typed in the chat box. If this happens again, then how are you going to handle it? You know what I mean? If that problem comes again, please type in the chat box, what is your solution going to be? Okay, I've started getting answers. So yes, healthy meals could be one probable solution. Exercising, walk, lots of water, sunlight, shower at night. Some people, I heard Britney Spears say that every night she takes a shower to de-stress from her busy work schedule. So a lot of celebrities, even doctors, suggest that you need to have your own personal medicine for stress ready, and that medicine is something that you love to do, right? Review in advance very well. Having me time, perfect, excellent. Music, yes. Church time. So these are all strategies that help us build a strong routine that is capable of handling any back on the right track. So these are just some helpful things that we can use to get rid of our stress. The ABCs of stress, very important. How you feel, you need to be aware of that. What you need at any point in time, really need to be aware of that. What are your limits? What are your strengths? Need to be aware of that. A work-life balance or not? Are you able to get proper rest, to compensate for the amount of time you have been working? What is your balance with others? Are not in the right state of mind, it's going to be very difficult to help those who we plan to bring on our side of the game. Connection with self is going to establish our values, again, our ethics of working. So when we're working with others, we need to make sure that there is a balance between this connection also. And then the power is greater than ourselves. As they say, gratitude is something we should practice. So these were the ABCs of stress management. And then there's the importance of social support networks. There are times when we feel isolated. We need to be very aware of those times. What are those moments when we cause others to move away from us? Even when there's help around us, even when people are always willing to help us. Is there a situation, is there a moment when we become our own recovery, threats, thriving, because the support around us and we are not thriving means we are not able to thrive with the help of all the support around. So we are not utilizing those social channels to the best of their abilities. So we need to be able to thrive in support, utilize our social networks in such a way, collaborate with people in such a way, and very actively. There has to be a disciplined approach to interacting with the people around us as well. Only then we are going to be able to motivate others also. So I cannot just go inside the shell today and come out of the shell tomorrow and start motivating others. There has to be a momentum attached to it. I need to be in the best health in order to take others and motivate them to take care of their health. If I have a bit of extra fat, let's say, I don't want to be very specific or be hurtful, but let's say I'm motivating someone to get slim, and I myself have that problem. Or if I'm asking someone to quit smoking, but I myself am not able to do that. If I'm motivating someone to learn a new language, but it's been ages since I learned something myself. So being a role model is very important. And when we are socially interacting with others, we are better also able to take informed decisions, because when I tell someone this is right for you, that automatically reminds me that it's right for me as well. So it becomes a chain, it becomes a cycle of positive actions. I start reinforcing them on myself through others, and then it empowers my recovery as well. There's greater overall well-being in interacting with others positively. And the ultimate goal of life, that is self-actualization, we are able to do that only through helping others. There's no other way to achieve self-actualization than helping others, than interacting with others. And finally, there's better problem solving than being in isolation. Because if I'm isolated, if I may think that I'm able to solve my problems, but there cannot be a bigger lie than that. When I help others, when I practice problem solving for others, that practice strengthens my ability to take the right decisions also. And last but not the least, you can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. So let's grow by helping others grow, is the last message I would like to say on the last day of this training. And if you have any questions, then the chat room is open. You guys can just ask any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you very much. Yes. Do we have any questions? I hope I haven't offended anyone. If I have, I'm sorry in advance.
No, you're great, GK. You're great. Thank you.
Just trying to be self, no filters. Anyways, the answers are filtered, so I didn't want to keep any filters in the presentation. And yes, so any questions? I'd be happy to answer. So I think if there are no more questions, then that's all from my side. Thank you very much for participating in the International TOT. Thank you for everybody's responses, for all the collaboration we have done in the last few days. I have personally learned a lot of things from different ideologies, from different cultures. I had never interacted so deeply about treatment, about the modalities. I had, yes, but not in so detail, in such an elaborate way with people from different cultures. So it's really helped me grow as an individual. I things people do wrong, ethically wrong, and the take back from this training, I can actually do positive cuts to the people in my network about how they could make the lives of others easier, how they could, create better experiences in recovery for people. So it has been really beneficial. And
Next Prime Minister.